Chapter 7. B. Annie. I look at myself in the mirror and feel my shoulders push out with pride. After weeks of sketching, cutting, gluing, and sewing, my costume is complete, and it fits me like a glove. Something I pride myself on is to never make a costume that you can't sit down in. We all know the type. It looks amazing when you're stood up and strapped in so tightly that even a rogue cough could pop your left breast out. Heaven forbid you try sitting down. Well, say goodbye to your internal organs as they spill out of your mouth in protest at having nowhere else to go. Or worse, pop out of your bumhole in an angry prolapse. Which would be the worst to happen at a party? That's a pretty good would you rather question. Maybe. I'll save that for the next time I'm on a date. Anyway, wearing one of my costumes will not have you flirting with a trip to hospital or sacrificing something important like a kidney. They're all made from thick, stretchy fabric. It doesn't stick to your skin and highlight every dip. And curve. It skims over your body like a comfy yet fabulous hug. This all started because I was making clothes for myself, and who wouldn't want that? My back costume has a black, slightly furry bodysuit that dips into a sweetheart neckline around my chest. Over the bodysuit, I'll be wearing flared trousers made from lace with gems, and glistening through the fabric. The best part is the cape, which billows behind me in a heavy velvet fabric, and then when I pull the little leather dot, out pops an incredible set of wings. My hair will be loose and my mouth, although painted red with lipstick, will trail small specks of blood down my chin. I did toy with the idea of getting grotesque fangs to complete the look, but I decided against it. I didn't want to not be able to talk to anyone. Or worse, sing a bit too intensely and accidentally spit them out and lose them in the myriad of legs on the dance floor. Although that would be pretty terrifying. Imagine a pair of teeth landing in your drink. My outfit is almost the exact same as the sketch I drew in the summer. I had longer legs and much better eyebrows in that sketch, but hey, you can't have it all. Okay, I call, coming out of my room. What do you think? I jump into the living room, holding my arms stretched wide in a THDA motion. Penny and Tanya are both sitting on the sofa, craning over Penny's phone. When they see me, they look up and gasp. Wow, Tanya gushes. Annie, it's incredible. Did you really make all of that? Oh, nod. Jup. Give us a twirl, Penny says, clambering to her feet. T, want to see it all? Fold my arms in the air like a ballerina and twirl on the spot as Tanya claps her hands together. I think it's the best one you've made, she says. Honestly, those trousers are sublime. I grin. Thanks. Can you make me a pair after? She adds, peering at the lace. I'm serious. I shrug, laughing. Sure. Are you going to wear a mask? We have to, don't we? Penny asks Tanya, who nods. Yeah, I say. I just need to finish it off. You look great, Tanya says, picking up her water bottle. It makes me wish I was going in fancy dress. I pause, my smile faltering. What do you mean? Are you not? Well, not really, she says, shaking her head. I've got this amazing dress which is quite Bridgerton-esque and a mask, but it's not nearly as cool as your costume. About you, Pen? I look at Penny, who is curled up on her armchair. What? She looks up from her phone. I've got a dress too. It's not as fancy as Tanya's, but it is pretty nice. She turns her phone towards me to show me a picture. I managed to get it from a charity shop. I took a photo. It's gorgeous, pale pink floor-length dress. Penny catches my expression. What? Nothing, I say, suddenly feeling ridiculous standing up in front of them in my bat costume like a 5-year-old. Just thought we'd all go in fancy dress together. We are. Proper fancy dress, I say, flapping my arms stupidly. You know, scary Halloween costumes. Oh, I'm sorry. Guilt sweeps across Tanya's face. The theme is masquerade ball, so I just thought I'd wear a dress this year. There will be lots of other people in scary costumes, though, Penny frowns. Really, yeah. They've hired performers, and I'm pretty sure the waiting staff are all dressing up as witches. I raise my eyebrows at her. So I'll look like I'm working there. Penny snorts and I kick her. You'll look like the best-dressed person there, Tanya says, her eyes earnest. Honest. I shrug, flopping onto our lurid pink beanbag. Penny puts her phone down. You are still going to wear it, aren't you? You look down at my fingernails and for some ridiculous reason I suddenly feel like I might cry. Well, if I'm the only one I'll look a bit stupid. No, you won't, Tanya says at once, and I see the protective older sister side of her takeover. It's so incredible that you can make these costumes. If you let me pass on your Instagram to some of my clients, you'd be working in Dior. Like that, she snaps her fingers with such conviction I can't help but smile. You have to wear it, Annie, Penny says. How long have you been working on it for? About 6 weeks. And you're seriously not going to wear it because we aren't wearing fancy dress? She raises her eyebrows at me. That's ridiculous. That's easy for you to say, I say childishly. You're going to look like a princess. I'm wearing Uggs underneath. No, you're not. Comfort is key. Annie, if you don't wear your costume, I'll be really upset, Tanya says. And actually, we won't go to the ball. She folds her arms triumphantly, and I resist the urge to point out that this would work in my favor, as I'd much rather stay in and throw our annual Halloween party like we normally do. Okay, fine, I say, giving in to their intense stares. To wear it. Yay, Tanya claps her hands again. Now, who wants a biscuit? I nod and get to my feet, my costume suddenly feeling hot and a bit too tight around my body. The bodice feels itchy, and the trousers, which a moment ago felt loose and freeing at the seams, now feel as though they're gripping my thighs and splitting. I shut the door to my bedroom and carefully peel the costume off and step into my normal clothes, baggy trousers and an oversized hoodie. To my annoyance, I can feel the tears burning behind my eyes again. I blink them away, crossly. For goodness sake, Annie, I say to myself, turning to look at myself in the mirror. Just because they don't want to go in fancy dress, it doesn't mean you have to have a meltdown. Eyes, no big deal. It's just one night of the year. Get over yourself. But I somehow can't shake this cold feeling in my gut that this is about more than a Halloween costume. It's the first time they've both gone along with the grain, and I've been left to be the odd one out. We're usually the odd ones out together. It's not very fun being the odd one out when you're alone.